Ms. Chair, we're live.
Thank you. I'd like to call the meeting to order at 5:05 p.m. If we can all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all. Like to move on to the approval of minutes for October 6, 2025. Those were emailed to us. If someone would like to make a motion.
I'll approve. A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes of October 6 have been approved. We'll go on to public communication. Anybody wishing to speak has 3 minutes. I see no interest, so we will go ahead and close public communication. We'll now go into the report of officers, commissioners, or committees. Maria?
Yes, good evening, Madam Chair. Before you, I would like to present Program Supervisor Wendy Hernandez, who will be reporting on Senior Prom Update, Senior Health and Safety Fair Update, as well as the 34th Annual Veterans Day Ceremony, which is scheduled for Tuesday, November the 11th and that's a correction, 1 p.m. Wendy, whenever you're ready. She's setting up her presentation, so if you could give us a few minutes.
No problem.
She's gonna be going over, also in front of you, you'll have flyers for the Veterans Day ceremony, as well as some information on the Santa Claus program, how to sign up. So we are recruiting, if you have time, if you could join us to be one of the shoppers for the participants. And that is on Tuesday, December the 2nd at 6:45 at Walmart.
AM, 6:45 a.m.
AM, yes, AM. So they'll provide you instructions as you will go shopping with the selected children. Are we almost there? Yeah, almost there. Wendy's gonna show you what we had a great event for the senior prom. Beautiful images. Okay, Wendy.
Okay, Madam Chair and Commissioners, thank you for your patience. Good evening to you. Nice to always see you. So we have a slideshow here just with some pictures to share with you on our annual award-winning senior prom, which took place last month. And I was actually here last month, but it was the Monday right after the event. So we wanted to put together some pictures here. So like I said, it took place on Friday, October 3rd. At the Courtyard by Marriott, Baldwin Park, always a nice venue. This is my second year at the prom. First year actually working behind the scenes with the team. And what's really nice about this location is because we've been going there a few years now. The staff at the Marriott, many of them are still there, so they know exactly what we need, and they're right on top of it. We say we need an extra table now, and they're just very supportive and easy to work with. And here we have some pictures. The prom is really neat because it is, as you know, an annual event. We're now on this was our 31st one, and it brings together families, friends, husbands and wives, but it's so great to see the different groups that come together. The slide on the left, that's actually our group, Las Mariposas, Folklorico Senior Dance Group, which does a lot of work in our community, providing free performances, especially at our senior center events. And on that evening, we had 187 in attendance. Dancing is always a hit at the senior center, and it's no different at the senior prom. They just love dancing all night long. So it was nice to see people just enjoying their time, also having dinner. And then once the music started, is just nonstop all the way. The event starts at 6 p.m. and ends at 11, and they're there up until the very end.
Wow.
A good portion of them. This is our returning prom court. So we had our king and queen from the last 2 years that were present, as well as king and queens from previous court. So that's always really nice to see them come back. And then we had our nominees for king and queen this year. On the left-hand side, Olivia Sanchez and Arminio Bill Alvarez. And on the right side, Lorena Ortega and Daniel Ortega. On our left side, Olivia and Arminio have been volunteers and regular participants of the center for several years now. Arminio a little bit less, but Olivia's been at the center for about 16 years. And on the right side, Lorena and Daniel are recently retirees. And so they just discovered the Julia McNeil Senior Center earlier this year, and they've just kind of like stepped right into retirement. They joined the Las Mariposas group, and they come to play loteria and bingo, and are a really friendly couple. So it was nice to have them both as nominees. And our 2025-2026 king and queen are Olivia and Arminio. And then we had a good 18 sponsors, community-based sponsors, which is just means so much because part of our event also includes a opportunity to win raffle prizes. And so we had 18, like I said, community-based volunteers that gave from anywhere from gift cards to gift baskets. Some of those are also some of our nonprofit community-based organizations that we work with regularly at the center. And so that was really nice to have them participate as well. And we had a couple of big screen TVs that were raffled off. So
Wow.
the seniors always love that. And I wanted to share some pictures of our Day of Beauty. So if you're not already familiar, the B-PACE, Baldwin Park Unified School District's cosmetology, B-PACE cosmetology program, they actually come out twice to our center. Earlier this year when we had the fashion show, they came out and provided some hairstyling for the men and the women. But this particular day, on the same day of senior prom, but in the morning, we have Day of Beauty. And again, the B-PACE cosmetology students came out and provided haircuts, hairstyles, hairdos, and manicures. So that was a really nice treat. And you didn't even have to, it was free to any senior, and you didn't have to be attending the prom if you weren't attending. So, but they had a really great time. And then entertainment. So again, entertainment, like I mentioned, is the music is always key to these events. So we had our DJ Sonic Boom, which apparently this is like his 15th senior prom with us. He's one of our regulars that comes to the center as well from time to time for our birthday celebrations. And it's nice to have him come out because he's known the seniors. He knows them, some of them by name, and knows them very, very well, and makes his rounds around the tables. And he also sings. And then on the right side, that's just a picture of our other group that we use regularly, the Carlos Quintana y su Sonora, which I have to say we got a lot of compliments for the music. Many of our seniors were just really happy with the selection of music that they played that evening. And that's all for the senior prom. If I can take any questions if there's any.
No questions.
No
Just,
questions?
it was
Okay.
looks like a great event, and I'm glad that everybody had a good time. And I know it's always the talk of the town for a bit before and after, actually.
Yes.
Madam Chair, if I could just acknowledge Wendy and her staff for putting together this great event from start to finish. It was beautiful. So thank you, Wendy, and your staff.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you.
Thank you. And I have to say, it's really fun, especially the team that I work with, because they're so creative. They do a really good job of staying within the budget and getting creative with the resources that we have. So if you noticed on the first screen, the theme was Night of the Opera, and the staff always have fun. This is, again, like I said, my second year, so it was the first time I was a part of that, but really they came up with all these different ideas and then narrowed it down to also, what could they work with if they chose a certain theme? Okay, what do we have to work with? But I know that the seniors really they appreciate it. Some of them thought we were going to the opera, so that was a little bit confusing to some. But we said it's basically dinner and dancing all night, and they were happy. So thank you, Maria. Okay, moving on to our next presentation. So we just had a couple weeks ago on Monday, October 20th, we hosted our annual health fair at the senior center. And this year, we got a little bit creative because we had some maintenance that was taking place. Normally, we hold the health fair at the the community center, Esther Snyder Community Center gym. But we have a really nice patio, if you've seen that, in between the senior center and the community center. And the day was just really pretty. It actually heated up on us a little bit, but we were able to hold the health fair outside, and then with some of the screenings, like the vaccines taking place inside, a couple of other screenings that can't take place out where it's warm or you need some privacy. But we were able to accommodate the health fair really nicely. Got some a lot of compliments from the vendors or our service providers that we had, that it was just a nice setup from what they're used to sometimes in indoor setting. So the day definitely lends itself to that. It was from 9 to 12 on that Monday. And then we brought in many of our different organizations, different medical groups and agencies that we work with to provide different services, including these free screenings that we have here. We did have flu and COVID vaccines that day, thyroid, ultrasound, and our medical groups, which is really important because during this time of the year, if you know, you're probably aware, it's the open enrollment period for the Medicare, and we have a lot of different medical groups that are well versed in that to be able to help out our seniors, especially because some of the changes with the insurance medical groups that are taking place in the new year. So from early October through mid-December is when our seniors need to make sure that they take care of everything for their medical. And so we do have that. We did have them on site at the health fair, but then we still also have them as regular contacts that come into the center. Or, if you know someone that needs assistance with that during this period, because we are still in that open enrollment, they can contact the senior center or come in, and we'll connect them to the right person. And then, of course, can never do it without all our sponsors. These are a lot of our regular ones. Some of them that are medical groups, some of them that provide some of our mental health workshops. Asian Youth Center and the Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health are a couple of them that we've been working closely with this past year for mental health services and workshops.
Wendy, can you go back one slide?
Yes.
One more. What is the bottom one? Metro?
Oh, the Metro cards
Yeah, what is that?
for the transportation, and they give out the tap cards.
So what is involved with that? What do they get? Or how do they get the card?
So on that day, they were providing cards that can be used for public transportation. I don't know the full details of it, but I know it is a tap card that's provided. If you'd like some additional information, I can get that because we do have a contact that regularly can provide information on that. But on this day of the health fair, they were able to be available on site and provide cards to the seniors for transportation
Yeah, if you
purposes.
could send that, I'd appreciate
Yes.
it, just so that I have the knowledge and able to pass it or the next time they do it or.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
is that for the regular, the blue tap cards or the yellow ones, the ones that are permanent? They expire, I think, in 2038 or 2039.
You know, I don't know, but
Oh.
I can find out and I can send the information out to Teresa to get to the commissioners. So you all have it?
Because the yellow ones, they require a photograph, a little 2x2 photograph or like a little 1x1 photograph of the person, of the card holder.
Oh, okay.
And that's a permanent bus pass.
What color is that one?
Yellow
Yellow.
or
Okay.
gold. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But
Okay.
the regular ones are blue. Those were just whatever. They have
Got
the life, those ones have the life program, and that one don't require a photo ID, a photo on attached to the card. But you do have to meet certain criteria to have like Medi-Cal and all the information there.
Okay.
Right.
We'll definitely get you that information and who the contact person is.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then these are just some pictures of our of the fair outside and then also inside with the vaccinations that we had take place inside. Just some more pictures. Any questions?
Do we have a number of how many attended or how many people were serviced?
Service. We served about nearly 200 people.
Wow.
Mhm. And it was a good day also because on that Monday morning, we had our Mount SAC art classes. We had some in our other programming. We had our Loteria program, which by itself has about 80 people, usually 60 to 80 people. And so, yes, so nearly 200 people.
Nice.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I don't have a question, Wendy. I just wanted to congratulate you because I didn't know about the Day of Beauty, and I think that's fantastic. I mean, a lot of these seniors don't have, ways of getting to to have their hair cut, and this is very, very good. I
Yes.
like that. That's
Thank
amazing.
you. And I can't take credit for it. This is something that we did last year as well. And it's something that B-Pace Cosmetology, luckily we reach out to them. And like I said, they came out for our fashion show, which was earlier this year. I can't remember the month. And then they came back out again. So it gives them the credit that they need to get
Right.
for completion of hours and so forth. But it's a nice, definitely a nice advantage for our seniors.
Absolutely. And then the free screenings, that's fantastic too. That's,
Yes,
you bring the service to them.
right.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank
So
you for that.
that's one thing is we're fortunate. We have a lot of different agencies that are they're ready to go. Many of those, like I mentioned, come into our senior center regularly from month to month on different schedules, sometimes just providing screenings and other times workshops. But it's nice to have them even at the fingertips to reach out and for a phone
Absolutely.
call and connect seniors.
Nice.
Perfect.
Okay. No other questions? Okay, I will go ahead and move on. We don't have a presentation for this one, but we do have the flyers that you all have for our Veterans Day ceremony, which is scheduled for next Tuesday, November 11th at our Cesar Chavez Amphitheater. So that will be it's scheduled for 1 p.m. We do have 3 nominees that we will be recognizing on that day. So it has been for myself a really nice opportunity to be able to speak to the different families and friends that have nominated the veterans. And so we're really looking forward to that event next week. Again, like I said, it starts at 1 p.m. And then we do have the Hollywood Dolls entertainment scheduled for after the formal ceremony, and including refreshments for everyone in attendance that day. And we will also have a resource fair. So I did find in scheduling the event this year, but being my first time, that there are actually some agencies that serve veterans that really are not allowed to come out on that day to provide services.
Mm.
So, which makes sense, but we do have some agencies that are able to come out, some nonprofits, some good agencies that are able to either provide services to veterans and or their families, as well as just, not that all veterans are seniors, but we have a combination of services resources that we're bringing to the resource fair on that day. So they'll be set up right before the event and through the event to be able to give information to the community. Any other questions? Okay, so we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. Next, I would like to bring Program Specialist Gustavo Vasquez, who's going to give us an overview of the various events we've had at Zocalo Park, at the Susan Rubio Zocalo Park, including the Twilight Tunes. He'll be sharing that with us. Thank you.
Check, check. Okay. Good afternoon, commissioners. My name is Gustavo Vasquez. I am the program specialist for the Susan Rubio Zocalo Park and Civic Center. In early 2025, sorry, in early 2025, we began developing new arts and crafts programs at Susan Rubio Zocalo Park to bring more creative, family-friendly, and free activities to the community. We started as a small idea, quickly grew into a series of successful programs that continue to expand month after month. As you can see, we've had over events since December 1st. Our Art in the Park and Art in the Park DIY events, our Twilight Tunes, and special events. In January, we introduced Art in the Park and our DIY art series, which began with about 15 to 20 attendees and now engages more than 55 participants each month. As you can see the pictures, every event has a different theme. Sometimes it could be just, February is Valentine's Day, March is St. Patrick's Day. There's always, an event or something that can go with the month. The great staff for the ARC, throws amazing presentations and great arts and crafts. In February, welcome. It's 100 attendees each time. Which is in this event was the biggest one, which was a pumpkin carving, which we gave out about 50 pumpkins to families and different faces. Another big one was our Made Forth Be With You, because everyone loves Star Wars. So we gave them free lightsabers made of foam and all because we're just outside playing. In March, we added 12 teams. Our live music series of every second and fourth Friday will showcase a diverse line of performers bringing mariachi, cumbia, country, rock, and pop to the park. Since launching the series, we welcome more than 600 attendees, with our last two concerts largest yet, each drawing over 300 guests. So quickly become the signature community gathering. Mariachis, cumbias, We try to be as diverse as possible, every month being a different group or something that, more than just one, diverse group can bring. These are just pictures of our two biggest events that we've had recently. We have Twilight Tunes, a group of Aurores, which we had a mariachi, we had, our local folklorico group come and dance, and our local danza group come and perform. And our Dia de los Muertos, which had another folklorico group, a Latin band that played music from types like Maná and other stuff like that. Looking ahead to 2026, we're hosting some larger scale events with the community.
Any questions?
Any questions?
I don't have any questions, but I just want to commend you guys on doing such a great job, because I know when we first brought the Zocalo to the city, you know, there was very few events there. And one of the things that, you know, we suggested was we need to have more activity, more events, more, you know, and you guys have done a phenomenal job. I mean, you know, I think your first slide said 90, was it 90 events? That's like amazing. And then to see how it's building up from just 15 to hundreds. So, you know, thank you guys. Please thank your staff as well. And we look forward to other events that you guys will be having.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gus. Okay, that pretty much concludes the reports of officers.
So I'd like to move on to commission's request and communication. So we'll go ahead and start over with Anita.
No, I'm just, it was a very good presentation, regarding the senior prom and also the health fair and, Zocalo events. It was very comprehensive, very well presented. So thank you.
I also wanted to thank you guys for these amazing events, just like Cecilia was saying, that we're having a lot of activity at the Zocalo, and that's very, very good. And then I wanted to clarify for the Santa Claus program, so 6:30 or 6:45, Maria?
But we start checking at 6:30, but by
Okay.
6:45,
Perfect.
that's when we'll begin instructions, go over overview of the program.
Perfect. And then if we want to volunteer, then we'll just volunteer from here from the,
Correct.
okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I have a question on the flyer that was given to us for the Baldwin Park Emergency Relief Program. And I'm not sure if this is the same one that we got last month, where it's only people with the consulat, or is it open to all residents?
It's open to all
Open
residents.
to all.
They just need to have a need,
Okay.
loss of income, that there's been a loss of income, it's based on
Okay.
income.
Okay, and then I see on here that that it's been created launching the Baldwin Park. Let's see, hold on.
We have also, in connection, with the emergency relief, we have a food distribution,
Okay.
that we're currently accepting applications for those that are, recipients affected by, CalFresh
Mhm.
SNAP. We are currently accepting applications at the Terry G. Muse Family Service
Okay,
Center.
that's where they go.
And that is, Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. And we are taking those applications through Thursday, November the 6th, at the Family Service Center. And they must bring type of ID, proof of residency that they live here in the city through a recent utility bill within the last 3 months, and proof that they are SNAP or CalFresh recipients. Staff will be able to assist them, and then we'll go ahead and inform them of the distribution date for pickup.
And I just want to clarify the hours that you stated versus what's on the sheet. So here it says Monday and Wednesday from 11 to 3 and Tuesday and Thursday 8 to 3. But did you say later hours?
Oh, I'm sorry. The one that you're looking at, that is for the senior center. That's for the emergency relief program. That's through, it does have a food component, as well as some wraparound services, utility and rental assistance, if there's a need. But then there is another program that we just created for those that are affected recipients.
SNAP.
The SNAP, yes. And that is a different flyer than what you have there.
Okay, can you send us the flyer
Yes.
of the new one
Yes.
for the SNAP people who are receiving or not receiving SNAP right now? And then, so if I can go back to this question, so is this one here just for people who have the consular?
No, it's for any resident
So for
that
any-
have a financial loss of income.
So both of the programs are for any.
Anyone, any resident of the city,
Okay,
as long as the qualifications are met.
correct.
Yes.
Right, okay, very good. And so if you can, the flyer you're going to send us will give those hours
Correct.
on the flyer. Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about that. Okay, very good. I think all three of us have said that we're going to be attending on, at the Veterans. So we're excited to be there. I'm sure all of us are. Anita, she's our strong leader on all the events. So, but I think we're all three going to make it. So we're really looking
Yeah.
forward to that. And Maria, if you can just please, like we always say, please thank staff for doing such a great job for representing our city so well. I know sometimes resources are thin, but somehow you guys seem to make it happen. So
Thank you. We'll pass that information to staff.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that being said, if somebody would like to call for adjournment,
I call.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned at 5:36 PM.